Hi everyone, Stephanie here from stephdods.com, and this is an EFT tapping video for anyone that might be having some fear and anxiety around the coronavirus. Okay, if you're not too worried about it, you don't really need to do this video, but if you feel yourself getting tugged and pinged and pulled into some of the anxiety and the fear, you might want to do a few rounds of tapping with me. Now, just because we're EFT tapping doesn't mean you shouldn't do all of the things like washing your hands and taking vitamin C and taking really good care of your body and your immune system. Tapping only gets rid of anything that's not supposed to be there. For example, if we are tapping around fear of heights, someone might not just, after tapping down their fear of heights, walk too close to the edge and not use the railing, right? That's still a good conscious thing to do, but it's the fear that is not helpful is what we're trying to let go of and release. So you can tap along with me. You just repeat after me and tap along on the points. So even though I'm having some fear around this coronavirus, COVID-19, I'm probably going to be okay, but I still can't stop thinking about it and worrying about it. And even though I have this fear of this sickness, I still deeply love and completely accept myself. All this fear, all this global anxiety, everyone's getting sick. It's spreading like wildfire. Or is it? It's hard to know what's really happening. And I keep having all of these worrisome thoughts. I have all of this fear. Tapping on the ribs, tapping under the arm, all of this anxiety. What if I get the coronavirus? What if I get sick and die? Or even worse, what if I get sick and spread it everywhere? This is an epidemic. And I have all of this fear right now. I want to blame somebody or something. And that's just the fear talking. All this fear is in me for a reason. I have a really great life and I'd like to keep living. All this fear I'm feeling right now, I am not actually fear. I am feeling this fear. Every time someone sniffles or coughs, it gives me anxiety. I'm sure more people die with the flu or in car accidents or with heart disease every single year. But there's still so much buzz about this coronavirus. So much conflicting information. All this fear, my immune system may not be able to handle it. This fear that I'm feeling. This fear is trying to help. But this fear may be lowering my immune system. Either way, I'd like to come to a calm and peaceful place about my life. I've always had a fear of getting sick. Even if I haven't, I can't shake this concern. I'd like a good, healthy amount of concern. And then the rest I can just not stress out about it. Even if I keep thinking about the worst case scenario, I keep thinking all these compulsive thoughts, I'm willing to let them go. Even if I don't know how. I'm sure this will all fade away easily and effortlessly. I'm grateful to all of those out there taking great measures and great precautions to have this go away smoothly and not hurt any more people. Even if I'm judging myself for being fearful, even if I shouldn't worry too much, this worry is trying to help me. And I'm willing to let it go, even if I don't know how yet. Luckily, I'm not in charge of the whole world. I'm only in charge of myself. And I can do the best I can. Moving forward one step at a time. Just trusting that everything is going to work out just as it should. Even though fear might come up in the future, my future self is willing to let it go as well. We are going to beat this, even though we don't know how yet. I am trusting in divine perfect order and letting all this fear go right now. Even though I have every right to feel this fear, I have every right to let it go. Letting all of this fear go right now. Placing your hands on your heart. Taking a big breath in and a breath out. Just imagining the whole world, everyone's body, just filling up with love and light and high immunity to all kinds of viruses or sickness. So imagine everyone's immune system turning on fully and fighting this off naturally. And get an image of yourself of how you would move forward in your life if you had no fear, healthy caution, but no worry. What would you talk like? What would you sound like? What would you do? And once you have that image of yourself, just blast it out into every direction. Blast it forward into the timeline of your life and blast it out in every direction back into the timeline of your life. And peace and love. Feel free to do this video anytime that fear comes up. All right. Thanks so much. Peace and love.